Hello, James. This will be some video feedback for week 7, milestone 2. James, this looks good. It looks cleaned up. Maybe it's the background color that you've used, which I note is one of the corporate colors. But I like the arrangement of images. This is your home page. And the drop shadow effects that you got, presumably with CSS. I was a little disappointed that you didn't have linked child pages at any level, but I might be looking in the wrong place. Oops, that's somebody else's. I see you've got a directory called town. Just curious what is before that. And okay, I see. What is this? Mac OS X. These are older files, I presume. Okay, that's way back from week 2. Here's the most recent. Okay, have you thought more about how to organize your the files on your server? Just curious. Not much else to say about it. You could consider using the corporate typeface. And I think with your skills in type effects here, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Also, if you can insert padding here, see how the type comes very close to the edge of the browser window. And depending, even if I zoom in, those lines remain quite long. So I would try to avoid lines that are longer than, say, 50 characters. The eye gets very tired. You might consider putting them in a container, maybe alongside the images, or maybe embedded in here. Just a suggestion. Now the logo, consider using a transparent file format so that the logo sits comfortably either on a solid or on a photograph. That will make it a little more versatile. James, I note that you have a wireframe for each individual page. How do you feel about that? I mean, I'm sure there are instances where child pages don't resemble their parents, right? So maybe they warrant a distinct wireframe. Are there any differences, though? I don't really see any differences. I mean, it probably wouldn't be necessary to make 4 copies of it. Just understand, or just make it clear to me that it's the same wireframe for all pages. James, it's in your coding that I find delight, I guess, and you have an external style sheet. It is nicely coded. Your HTML too, it's just that little bit of content there, and very short. Let's see, your naming conventions. Yeah, what do you do with proper names on files? Do you go ahead and use upper and lowercase, or do you stick with the lowercase convention? It's not wrong to use upper and lowercase. It's just what's easiest to remember, and as long as you're consistent. James, your page looks well formatted. Am I missing a title though? Oh no, here we go. There it is. All right. So we have a title, a head, body. Have you considered a footer? It needn't be elaborate. It can contain things like copyright information, links to social media, or ideally another sitemap that has revision dates. James, I'm going to end it here on your very cheerful file management diagram. I've enjoyed your presence in class.